Hey guys, on this episode, I'm going to do something I hadn't done in a long time. We're going to class today. I'm going to give you some free customer service training today when I return on the Eric McNeil Be Free Show.
Black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Hey guys, welcome back. If this is your first time joining us, you just discovered the Eric McNeil Be Free Show, where we talk about being financially independent, responsible for self, enjoying life, and empowering others. So on this episode, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to spend my time on that empowering others. That's right. We're going to go to class today. We're going to do a little free customer service training, right? Because that's just how important this area is. And what prompted me to do this is that if you watch my previous video that said Ghana needs to improve customer service training, yeah, you know, we had a lot of good feedback from it, and you know, I like reading your feedback and you know, just speaking with the various people on social media about how they feel about customer service. But here's some of the feedback I got that prompted me to just expound upon this, because you know, a few people, I don't know if they really get this or not. They don't, you know, I'm gonna have to, this is gonna be one of them times I might have to say, boy, Jesus take the wheel. Jesus take the wheel, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know if you ever heard that term, Jesus take the wheel. Well, I might have to call Jesus take the wheel here, boy. Now, I don't know, you know, I often think about that and say, you know, now Jesus really took the wheel. Can you imagine Jesus driving around in a car? Well, how would that go over for people that Jesus was trying to bring over, you know, cross over? You know, he drove up in a car. Would that be okay with you? I mean, it just seemed to be a little awkward to me, because he would be caught in between a rock and a hard place. He wouldn't be able to please nobody. Like, just can't you imagine Jesus driving up in a real expensive, nice car? Vroom, vroom, vroom. People be like, I'm supposed to follow you. You in that big, nice car. I don't even have a car, and you want me to follow you somewhere? You know, in that gas-guzzling vehicle. I guess you can get something like a Tesla, you know, the electric car. But then, you know, it would still be like, man, you in that expensive car. But on the other hand, if Jesus came up in a real raggedy car, you know, old beat up car, boom, 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 people be like, man, I ain't following you nowhere in that. You could best believe I ain't following you in that. So I don't know, you know. I guess the best thing for Jesus to do is just continue walking, right? So he wouldn't have those problems. Just get his stick and continue to walk, and don't really, you know, don't take the wheel, because he'd be messed up at that point. But anyway, I was just thinking about that, man, if Jesus did take the wheel. But anyway, yeah, where were we? Talking about customer service, man. You guys, y'all got to get this. So anyway, we had a good discussion on Facebook about this whole customer service. And that's the thing, if you really want to check out, you know, if you read, then check out my Facebook. You know, I told you it was at facebook.com/Eric McNeil. It's free, because a lot of conversation and extra stuff happen on Facebook that I really can't get to on YouTube, right? I just hit the points on YouTube, and you know, a lot of times I really can't carry on those conversations like I can on Facebook, right? So so this was the interesting comment that I got on this particular post about Ghana needing to improve its customer service. Let's see. All right, so she says that we also should be clear to differentiate between so-called customer service in the West and the skill to keep Hold up. Okay. No, I'm misquoting this. Okay, so she says, we also should be clear to differentiate between so-called customer service in the West and the skill to help deliver services and products to people efficiently. These auto-tune service lines that exist only to say they exist, and the fake, overly patronizing BS that the customer is always right is not a gold standard service measurement by far. The fake, overly patronizing BS that the customer is always right. I'll come back to that one. That one's got me. And there is also an underlying wage system that could use some attention. Of course, that's always, but I don't think that's the root cause. The 800-pound gorilla in the room is that ideas about service are culturally driven. Ideas about service are culturally driven. Okay? Skating there. Let's see. Let's keep going though. So patience and the constant reminder that Africa is different from the West is the first line of defense. Okay, I recognize Africa is different from the West, but when we talk about good good customer service, that's universal, people. It doesn't matter whether you in Africa, it doesn't matter whether you in South America, doesn't matter whether you in Timbuktu. You know when you go somewhere and there's good customer service and there's bad customer service. It ain't got nothing to do, culturally, your culture could interfere and keep you from knowing some things, but once you're exposed to good customer service, you know it. You got to get that. You got to get that. And when it says these auto-tune service lines that exist only to say they exist, and the fake, overly patronizing BS that the customer is always right is not a gold standard service measurement by far. Well, what do you want? You want somebody who doesn't smile at you when you go to buy something from them? You come to buy you something, and then you'll be saying, hey, I felt that they disrespected me. Why? Because they didn't smile. So you don't want them to smile, or you do want them to smile. You don't want them to give you good customer service, or you do want to give, what do you want? It's like, man, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. I went to the store, and that customer service rep over there, what'd she do? She smiled at me. She smiled. She was behind that counter, and she said, how you doing today, ma'am? May I help you? I'm offended. You don't give me that. Let me see, in the words of this writer, it was, you don't give me this fake, overly patronizing BS that the customer's always, I don't want you to say I'm right. Give me some bad service in here. Don't you come over here smiling at me today with that fake patronizing BS. Darn you, I knock you out, y'all come over here with that old fake, anyway, let's move on. I don't get it, I don't get that one. Alright, so, I just replied to my Facebook friend here. While I agree that Ghana need not be a carbon copy of the West, I would say that the West has done a great job in the area of customer service, and any country wanting to improve their customer service should take note. From food chains with companies such as McDonald's to high-end retail with companies such as Nordstrom, their customer service programs are impeccable. As unhealthy as McDonald's is, they still do well because of excellent business processes and great customer service. Also, Nordstrom can charge a premium because their customer service is legendary. Much of the world has taken practices from the West and adapted them to suit their cultures. And I do not see why Ghana would not benefit by doing the same. So you get it even, I spoke to you on the previous video about the customer service program that I implemented at the company C-Baby. And actually, you can even read, I told you about C-Baby and me telling Dr. B he should invest heavily in customer service. And he even left a comment on this particular post. Let me see if I can find it right quick. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to see. Okay. Here you go. Here you go. So Dr. B is Brad Boosteller, perinatologist in Atlanta, Georgia. He owns C-Baby. And I was responsible for helping to set up this practice and helping with this whole delivery of customer service. And here's what Dr. Boosteller says. Great read, infused with wisdom, examples, and the practicality of purpose, of which I can attest to, as Mr. McNeil helped orchestrate and develop the customer training program for my company, C-Baby LLC, establishing the foundation of excellent customer service. Experience excellence allowed C-Baby LLC to pivot faster through a changing medical environment. The customer service allowed our work product to be accepted and respectful. And respected, I guess he was trying to say, typo there. I'm forever grateful and appreciative of you, Eric, for this history we have and the wisdom you imparted upon me. Be well. Now, you look at C-Baby reviews, great reviews by far. And when we were going through this whole process with implementing customer service at that company, the example that I used primarily was Nordstrom. That was my expectation for the new employees coming on board, because I knew that they would understand Nordstrom's, because everybody in the company, with the exception of me and Dr. Boosteller, was female. They knew Nordstrom's, and they knew how well the customer service was at Nordstrom. And when I used that as an example of what I expected of them, they got it. They got it. It's like no debate about it. Nordstrom has great customer service, Eric. And they start telling me stories about issues that they had and how they had to, return something at Nordstrom's, and didn't matter whether they had a receipt, and just excellent customer service across the board. And I told them that's what I expected of C-Baby. Right? So it's all about customer service, people. Now, here's another Facebook friend who makes a comment under the same, the same thread that she originally made. But he says, so he goes into some clarification, and that's good, He says, customer service is a part of American culture which has evolved over time to a standard that is expected. Customer service evolved out of need, the need to be more competitive for business. Well, if customer service is evolving out of need, does that make it part of American culture? No. There's a lot of companies, if you don't invest in customer service, you don't see great customer service. It is not something that's just a part of the American culture. You have to invest in it. And it's not just America. You go to countries all around the world, and you see that they have a strong customer service focus. China, Japan. You go to even, you can't just say it's developed countries either, right? Mexico, for example, you wouldn't call that a developed country. It's still developing, but they have excellent customer service. Excellent customer service. So, yeah, it's part of American culture. Oh, it may seem that way because a lot of companies in America take it seriously, people. And then he goes on to say, in the U.S., there are basically 4 classes of people: poor, middle, upper middle, and rich. Each group has their own similar expectations of customer service based on socioeconomic needs and disposable income. For example, poor African Americans tend to want a lot for their money and are willing to sacrifice quality and presentation of a product for quantity. The middle class tend to be less interested in quantity and presentation, but are steadfast on quality. An example is your attitude on knockoff products. Rich people tend to be fixated on presentation and care less about quantity, taking quality for granted. Yeah? I don't know about that, buddy. I know a lot of rich people, they didn't take no quality for granted. Not by, I used to consult in my consulting company, and I used to have clients in Atlanta in the Buckhead area. Huge mansions, a lot of money, and I can tell you, they didn't take no quality for granted, not from what I've seen. But let's go on. In regards to Africa, the income levels of the masses are not at the level to demand quality customer service. So does that mean that the quality, that what I said, my original thesis, that we need to improve customer service in Ghana, is true or not true, based on what he's written here? In regards to Africa, the income level of the masses are not at the level to demand customer service. So do they want it or not? Are you saying that they want great customer service, but they can't get it because they don't think that they have the income levels? And then he says, what people are looking for in Africa at this point are good deals, more of their money. If Africans had more disposable income, companies would become more creative and competitive to provide to customers what they value. So basically it sounds like he's saying, hey, at this point, Africans don't really prioritize customer service. They're not interested in customer service, good customer service. And, you may be interested in, but they just interested to get a lot for their money. They're interested in great deals. But again, even if that was true, I ain't saying, we're going to go into whether I believe it's true or not, but even if it was true, does it negate my original video that Ghana needs to improve its customer service? Does that still hold true? I believe it does still hold true, regardless of all this he just wrote. But let's go on. Okay, let's go on. All right, so another user, she says, well said, blah, blah, blah. I really feel that customer service in the U.S. is not really that good. It's a smoke screen, a fake smile, and a promise to deliver. That promise may not materialize. It's an image and not necessarily a reality. Why is there the need to recreate this customer service in Ghana? Are we recreating the thing we left? So she says that basically the same thing as the original person in this thread says, that it's, overly patronizing BS. She just said it in a different way. It's a smokescreen, a fake smile, and a promise to deliver. Yeah? So if I smile at you when you purchase something for me, is that a fake smile? Why do you say that's a fake smile if somebody's smiling at you? You want them frowning at you? Right? You're reaching. Like you're reaching for something almost like a problem that's not there. Like if somebody smiled, you ain't being truthful. Don't you smile at me, I knock you out. You come in here, I come here to buy something, you start smiling at me. I don't want you smiling at me. They can't please you. You're showing me they can't please you. Now, true enough, I may have some days when I didn't feel well and I was on the customer's premises working on a network or something, and they came to talk to me and I gave them a smile or whatever, and I may not, I may have been a little sick or something, but it doesn't mean that it was a fake smile, right? Because there's times when you are dealing with your own child. Your child wakes you up at night and the baby wakes you up and the baby want to play or something and you smile. You may be tired because you've been working all day, but you still smile at the baby because you love the baby and you want the baby to be okay. Just because you're a little under the weather, you don't want the baby to be under the weather, so you smile. It doesn't mean that you fake. Are you faking with the baby? No. That's what you do. You put on a smile, you deliver a great product, you go home, you get paid. Simple as that. It doesn't mean that it's fake, doesn't mean that it's overly patronizing. It's almost like you're looking for a problem, an issue or something. Anyway, let's continue. Okay. Here we go. I'm just skipping through some of these because it is an extensive thread, so I'm going to skip some of these. So anyway, okay, this is another. The guy comes back and he says, agreeing with you, cooking with gas now, like my mom used to say. Yes, agree with you and understand where you are coming from when you say it's a smokescreen, a fake smile, and a promise to deliver. When it comes to customer service, I think customer service, here go this, I think. Hey, my people, boy, I love them. They be strong, but they be wrong. But I still love y'all. Come on, let's go. When it comes to customer service, I think customer service can be easily and simply defined as giving the customer what they expect from you. Moreover, customer service does not necessarily need to be in the form of friendly smiles, pleasant tones, and showing of appreciation for one's business. Yeah? Whoa, buddy. Alarm. Boy. I don't know if I want you running a business of mine, buddy. But anyway, let's go. Wow. That's scary. Moreover, the customer service does not necessarily need to be in the form of friendly smiles. Nope, you don't need to have no pleasant tones. Nope, you don't need it. And showing of appreciation for one's business. Nope, we don't need that. It is true that many American customers will expect that type of transaction as a minimum, but that is part of the American culture. Hey, buddy. In the United States, we are actually willing to pay extra for good customer service in the form of politeness and smiles. We leave tips at restaurants to show appreciation for being treated nicely. The idea of rewarding workers for treating you nicely is not widely understood even in first world European countries such as Germany and France. However, in most popular tourist areas around the globe, hotels and restaurants, workers have become accustomed to American tipping generosity. Eric, in your YouTube video, you talked about a business venture where you required the investors to commit excellence in customer service, which would require an expensive upfront training cost. The training cost either would be pushed out to the consumer or taken from your bottom line. If that level of customer service is expected and appreciated by the customer, it could give you an advantage over competitors. If the customer service is not expected or appreciated, it gives you an unnecessary expense and puts you at a disadvantage at the product price or at the bottom line. Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. Whoa, Jesus, take this wheel. So, man, that one got me. You got me, buddy. You got me. So you're saying that basically Ghanaians don't appreciate good customer service? That's what I'm hearing. And by the way, he's talking about when I mentioned C-Baby. That was when I talked about C-Baby and me demanding great customer service. I believe everybody, everybody, regardless of where you live, regardless of how much you earn, regardless of how much money you make, you want a good customer service experience. I believe that, and I believe that as a company, if you offer that, you're going to do better than your competitor. You're going to do better than your competitors. Right? My goodness. My goodness. In regards to culture and expectations, it is common for people from different cultures to believe that their culture is better than the culture of other groups. For example, in Texas, Mexicans believe that their food is better and that everyone should learn Spanish. A restaurant owner who specializes in traditional Spanish food of Spain told me that Mexican food was garbage. Everyone has some type of superiority complex about their culture and how things should be done. I believe all people are attracted to pleasant familiarity even while in faraway lands. So what he's insinuating is that basically what I'm after is a cultural thing. When I say Ghana needs to improve its customer service, he's insinuating that I'm after something that's cultural. And what I'm telling him is that this has nothing to do with culture. It has everything to do with training. You need to train people because customer service, great customer service is universal. It has nothing to do with culture. Prime example is, Kenya. You look at the customer service better than Ghana, and you go to Mexico. You have great customer service. And you go, he spoke about Germany and France. You go there, they have great customer service also, right? Anyway, as African American expats, we mean well. We try to give constructive criticism, right? So he's talking about me, we mean well. We try to give constructive criticism. We want the very best for Africa and the absolute best for African countries. However, we need to take an honest look at our own culture and reflect on why we act the way we do. Now, I'm one that's critical of our own culture. The black culture in America is garbage. I tell you that, bar none. Just garbage, plain garbage. That, buddy, I tell you quick. We should acknowledge that just because certain things are done in particular ways in America doesn't mean it's the best way or that particular way of doing business is valued outside of our culture. And I continue to say that this is not, great customer service is not a cultural thing, it's universal. And like I said, it's like a clean room, right? You say, them people don't clean their room, that's cultural. You can't expect them people to clean. Just because you clean your room in America or in France, that's your culture. We don't clean our room over here. No, either you clean your room or you don't clean your room. Has nothing to do with culture. That's universal. The room is clean or it's not clean, right? Don't say that's cultural. It ain't got nothing to do with no culture. Come on, people. Come on. Alright, so anyway, that's all. If you want to read the thread, again, facebook.com/Eric McNeil. It's free, people, because, man, I get a kick out of y'all sometimes. Y'all know y'all tickle me, but I'm going to change gears. Jesus take the wheel. Jesus going to change gears. Right up in here, boy. Some of y'all going to come on my YouTube talking about I'm playing with the name of Jesus. Don't you be on there playing with Jesus' name. You just talking that blasphemous stuff. Come on. Anyway, we're about to change gears. Now, in the previous video, I told you that some of the best customer service that I had witnessed, bar none, in Ghana has been with my one of my banks, Access Bank, and I told you how these two young ladies, they just had it, boom, boom, boom. But let me help you with this. There's something I want to share with you, right? This is what I want to share with you. Let me find it. Soon as Jesus get up there and take this wheel. Okay. Customer service. Access Bank ranked first in Ghana. This was like February this year, 2020. Is that a surprise? No. Hopefully I'm not too dark. I'm recording this at night, and this camera is not the best. So hopefully I'm not too dark, you know. Anyway, no, Access Bank having, no, it's not. So the Ghana Customer Service Index has ranked Access Bank Ghana as the best company in customer service in Ghana's banking history. It said Access Bank was ranked first in the financial sector, ahead of Standard Bank, ahead of Zenith Bank, ahead of Fidelity Bank, ahead of Eco Bank, ahead of Agriculture Development Bank, and GCB Bank. Yeah? You see that? That's not Eric saying that. Eric ain't had nothing to do with this survey, people. This is the Ghana Customer Service Index. What are they looking for? Great customer service. That's why they rank Access Bank at the top. And that's why I told you when I went to Access Bank, I can see it. It had nothing to do with whether they were African Americans, whether they were foreigners, whether they were Westerners, whether they were Americans, blah, blah, blah. Nothing to do with it. People just like great customer service, period. All right, so the research and survey collected data on key metrics such as professionalism, customer-focused innovations, feedback and complaints, processes and procedures, as well as staff engagement, among others. Oh, it said data was collected from over 1,200 respondents in various sectors in Accra, Kumasi, and Takoradi. Mr. Olamide Olatunji, the managing director for Access Bank Ghana, commenting on the rankings, said the bank's rating was a reflection of the measures it had put in place over the years to improve customer service. You hear that? He said, and I quote, "We have a bold ambition to become the leading retail bank in Ghana by 2022, and to achieve this." How you gonna achieve it, Mr. Olatunji? He says, to achieve this, we are constantly investing in our people, systems, and processes to enhance service delivery, increase retention rates, and extend the customer life journey. You hear that? Rewind. We are constantly investing in our people, systems, and processes to enhance service delivery, increase retention rates, and extend the customer life journey. professional companies understand that if you want to hold on to customers, you had better deliver quality customer service. Has nothing to do with your culture, right? Customer service directly correlates with customer retention, people. Do you get that? And companies who take it serious, they are rewarded for it. Huh? Okay. All right, let's continue. So you see that. So this Ghana Customer Service Index, let's see, I guess the last one was at the end of 2018. Here's how Ghana performed in customer service in 2019, okay? The Institute of Customer Service Professionals, ICSP, has scored Ghana 62.6% in its customer service index for 2018. The figure represents a 1.3% drop from the 63.9% recorded in 2018. The 62.61% score puts Ghana in grade C, denoting an average performance in the area of customer service relations. A grade C. Average. In my book, that's really like failure. You know, you can call it average. You got to fail. Okay. The 2018 ranking focused on 9 sectors of the economy, including the financial institutions, banking and insurance, utilities, telecommunications, hospitality, healthcare, retail malls, public institutions, and online businesses. The retail sector emerged the top sector with the best customer care in Ghana, right? So is that any surprise? Retail sector, best customer care, because you got it at the bottom of the list, public institutions. And you know, I'm sorry, you got that job security, you ain't got to worry about giving no good customer service, right? Anyway, now this ain't Eric speaking. This ain't Eric. Ain't Eric. I'm trying to, we got some, it's getting a little dark in here, getting a little dark. But this ain't just Eric speaking. Let's talk about what the Chief Executive Officer of the Institute of Customer Service Professionals had to say about this. Yvonne Ohui, I know I'm just butchering her middle name, Yvonne Ohui McCarthy, speaking, it was Ghanaian, by the way. This ain't no Bruni. This ain't no African American. This Ghanaian person speaking, okay? All right, then. Let's see what the CEO of the Institute of Customer Service Professionals has to say. Yvonne Ohui McCarthy, speaking at the launch of the 2018 Customer Service Index, disclosed that the drop does not create an impressive outlook of Ghana to investors. Say it again. Say that again, Ms. McCarthy. Please say that again. Speaking at the launch of the 2018 Customer Service Index, let's see, she disclosed that the drop does not create an impressive outlook of Ghana to investors. And this is what I was telling you on my original post, that if Ghana wants to play in this world economy, they're attracting people from around the world, they want to boost their tourism industry and other industries, then they're going to have to deliver, at a very minimum, great customer service. There's no two ways about it, people. You have to have great customer service if you expect to grow your business, if you expect to grow your economy. If Ghana expects to grow its gross domestic product, it will have to deliver great customer service and a great customer experience. With the increasing awareness, she goes on, with the increasing awareness of customers' rights and demands, it has become important now more than ever to pay particular attention to our customer service culture as a nation, with the aim of attracting foreign investments and also to help make the Ghana beyond aid agenda a possibility. So she's telling you that to get beyond this aid mentality that we have, gonna beyond aid, we have to produce revenue. The country has to increase its GDP. The only way the country can increase its GDP is to begin offering across the board great customer service experiences to the people coming into this country, period, who may be investors, whatever the case may be. But you have to have great customer service, people. That's not a cultural thing. Now, I just so happen to have a copy of this Ghana Customer Service Index. I don't know if I'm supposed to have a copy. Don't ask me to give you a copy. I'm not going to give anybody a copy. If you want to get a copy, you better contact Yvonne. You better contact the Institute of Customer Service Professionals. They're the ones responsible for this report. I'm sure they can help you get a copy if you want access to it. But they actually have training courses in customer service. I see here, you go to their website, which is icspghana.com. I put a link in on the post somewhere. But anyway, they offer customer service training courses. So if you Ghanaian and you know you need to improve your customer service skills or something, you probably better contact Miss Yvonne or Huey McCarthy and see how she can get you hooked up. Hey, I'm just saying, if you want to go places, you got to have great customer service skills. People, please believe it. Don't listen to none of these detractors tell you anything different. But anyway, I just so happen to have a copy of this report, the survey. I got a copy of the report, not the survey, but the actual report. So basically, they took 1,200 people, respondents, and they created this report on the state of customer service in Ghana. This came out in 2019. And the report is like 75 pages long, so it's detailed. I'm not going to try to sit here and go through the entire report, but we're gonna browse through some of it and talk about this report here, because man, it's eye-opening. Yes indeed, yes indeed. Let me just scroll on down here. Page, let's see if I can get it. Come on now, Jesus, take the wheel. Yeah, I see these grades here, boys. The total average is like 62.61. Let's see. I mean, it's like I say, at the bottom, you got public institutions. They came in 9th place. Whoa. In 8th place is telecommunications. They next to the bottom. Whoa. And in 7th place, next to that is utilities. Whoa. You see? Come on. We can do better. We can do better, y'all. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Some of these guys getting like 50s. 59, 57, 56. Come on. Let me scroll down. I'm going to go down here. Page, I don't know. 40. Page 40. Yeah, that's a good place. Talks about customer loyalty. Customer loyalty is a major theme in marketing research. Hold up, let me go back and reread that. Man, Jesus, take this wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. Customer loyalty, a major theme in marketing research, has become an essential concern for managers and a strategic obsession for many. This increasing concern has mainly been due to intense competition, particularly in service industries, and the current focus on the relationship between customers and organizations, which is the core of the relational marketing approach. The customer who is satisfied, you better pay attention to this, the customer who is satisfied with a product or service is more likely to repeat the purchase and to recommend the consumption experience to other persons. My goodness. For this reason, academics and practitioners have emphasized the concept of customer satisfaction, defined as the favorability of the individual's subjective evaluations of the outcomes and experiences associated with his or her consumption activities. In the competitive environments, investing in customer satisfaction is a means of creating a sustainable advantage, given that it serves to link processes culminating in purchase and consumption with important post-purchase phenomena such as loyalty and word of mouth. You get it? So companies who can deliver great customer service, it manifests itself with customer loyalty through word of mouth and through loyalty, okay? The Net Promoter Score, NPS, is often held up as the gold standard to customer loyalty metrics. First developed in 2003 by Bain & Company, it's now used by millions of businesses to measure and track how they are perceived by their customers. Respondents give a rating between 0, not at all likely, to 10, extremely likely. And depending on their response, customers fall into one of 3 categories to establish an NPS score. Now listen to this, listen to this. Watch this now, watch this. The 3 categories. Promoters respond with a score of 9 or 10 and are typically loyal and enthusiastic customers. So the promoters, 9 or 10, they like, oh yes, I love that company. Oh, will you use that company again? Oh yes, I love it. You should go there. You should buy there. You should buy their products. That's the 9 or 10 response. The promoters. Then the passives respond with a score of 7 or 8. They are satisfied with your service, but not happy enough to be considered promoters. 7 or 8 are like, you like that company? Yeah, they're right. They're good. You gonna recommend? They're all right. That's the passive. They ain't, they ain't getting excited. They go there, they just feel like, hey, it's convenient for me. I don't want to change nothing, I'm just go there and do whatever, But it ain't no thing, And then you got the detractors. Respond with a score of 0 to 6. Whoa. Ghana, what you get? What you get, like a 62, 61. 0 to 6, yeah. These are unhappy customers who are unlikely to buy from you again and may even discourage others from buying from you. My goodness, my goodness. Oh, yes. Now, let's think about this. When we talked about the people on Facebook saying that, let's go back there. I'm gonna go back there for a minute. Sometimes I like to, sometimes I'm gonna give you a little lesson here. We're gonna go to school sometimes. I got to go to school with y'all. I got to go to school. Here we go. As African American expats, we mean well. We try to give constructive criticism. We want the very best for Africa and the absolute best for African countries. However, we need to take a closer look, blah, blah, blah. We should acknowledge that just because certain things are done in particular ways in America doesn't mean it's the best way or that particular way of doing business is valued outside of our culture. What did the survey just say? Let me tell you about this survey of 1,200 respondents. This survey of 1,200 respondents came from Ghanaians, not from Eric McNeil, not from African American expats, not from the old Bruni, not from people from the West. This is what Ghanaians are saying about their own companies. They are the one furious at the customer service experience. In that 1,200, those 1,200 respondents, let me tell you, 99% of them were Ghanaian and only 1% represented other nationalities. So it is the Ghanaians who are unhappy about the customer service. They even, in this report, they even break it down and showed you how happy the Ghanaians were versus how happy or unhappy the other nationalities were. And according to the report, the other nationalities are usually satisfied more so with the customer service here than the Ghanaians are. So don't sit here and pretend that I'm just bringing something to Ghana because I'm used to something different in the West. When I'm telling you that out of all the countries I've traveled to and all of the experiences I've seen, I'm telling you that the customer service is lacking in Ghana. And if we want to pull ourselves out of the rut and improve the GDP of this country, we're going to have to improve customer service. And now you have a report, a 75-page report that backs up everything that I've told you on that first video. And that is not from some outside source. That is from Ghanaian people and how they feel about the customer service here. It doesn't matter what their level of income is. People want to be treated with dignity and respect. And they want to know that you appreciate them coming into your place of business, placing an order. Because if you don't show that, they will find another source. And you may be the big shot as long as there's no other competitors. Like if you go way out into the villages, there may be only one person who knows how to repair a car. And so that person just gives this old terrible service. They charge what they want to because they know it's convenient. People just go to them. But you let a competitor come and open up shop next to them and start offering good customer service and start treating the people with dignity and respect and giving them fair pricing, and you see all of them customers flock over. And you can't say that that has nothing to do with no culture. No. They're only patronizing that person giving that bad service because they feel they don't have an alternative. But you give them an alternative, they're going to it. They're going to it, right? Simple, people, simple. If you want to increase the revenues in your business, focus on customer service. You know, smile, you know, be friendly, thank people for purchasing from you, whole 9 yards. It'll go a long way. Don't act like people owe you something when they come through to your place of business to patronize you. No, either you're going to get it or you're not, people. Either you're going to get this or you're not. I want you to get it. Anyway, this is not what you're hearing from Eric. This is what you're hearing from the Institute of Customer Service Professionals and this Customer Service Index, people. These are Ghanaians speaking, not the O'Bruni, not the African American expat, not the person from the West. No, no. This is what Ghanaians are telling the companies who service them. You got to improve. You got to improve. Anyway, there's a wrap for today. That's our lesson on customer service. You got to give it, else you ain't gonna be around this joint for too much longer. You keep it up because we're gonna improve some customer service. You see, they serious about it here. You see, they serious about it. They have a plan, and I'm all with them. I'm all with them, right? Because And you know, if you ever work for me, you gonna give some great customer service, and you won't be working with me for too long, buddy. People, you let people, hey, they tell you, boy, hey. Anyway, when we try and use this whole justification that great customer service is comparable, is some cultural norm, and that's why they don't offer great customer service in Africa, that just doesn't register, doesn't make sense to me, people. I guess the next thing we're going to do is we're going to try to justify the bad education and say, education, you don't need, education different in the West than it is. That's science, that's the science and technology and engineering and mathematics and all of that. That's cultural. That's all cultural, because mathematics, is cultural. 2 plus 2, it ain't equal to 4 over here. See, where you come from, I know you mean well, but listen, 2 plus 2 does not equal to 4 over here. No, 2 plus 2 equals 5, so that's cultural. I mean, is that where we're going next? When we say it's all cultural and we have a justification that if there's a bad education system, then the reason is because it's cultural and we should leave it alone, we shouldn't talk about it. Hey, that's where it seems like, I mean, we say that the customer service is cultural, then hey, why not lump the education in there with it, just go ahead, lump them all in there, all I can tell you, I don't know, when I was little, it used to be, that Price is Right show used to come on and had that little man called the mountain climber going up and fall off the cliff. And that's how, your customer service is. You give good customer service and the man be going doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. You just go up, boy. And then you get that bad customer service. That's like when he fall off the cliff. Right? That's how your revenues go. Your revenues either going up, doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee, like a little man on the cliffhanger, mountain climber, or he's going down, he's falling down. You make the decision whether you're going to give good customer service or not, okay? Anyway, again, thank you for joining us, and if you like the conversation, go ahead. Click the subscribe. You want to give me your feedback, and by all means, I'm always reading, always replying, so, comment, like, share, tell it like it is, and you can follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/Eric McNeil is free. And as always, Ootra Ahuru. Now be free.